I think it's safe to go with something middle of the road. I took several girls to Panera, and that seemed to me to be. Oh, do you not think that was?
That is like a chain fast food restaurant. Lame.
What's up, guys? How you doing? I'm Paul.
I'm Morgan.
And this is the Paul and Morgan, the Paulandmorganshow. Show. Do's and don'ts of a first date.
Wow.
So we thought it would be a good idea to tackle the first date.
There's a lot of anxiety that goes into the first date, and we're saying no need for that. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. We make Christian advice videos on life, love, and dating to help you have hope
and be free. All right, guys, listen up. We have set a goal of 500 patrons by Thanksgiving.
We have decided to go big when we reach 500 patrons. So what are we gonna do, Polly? Well, I'll tell you. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna draw one name from those 500 patrons and fly them and a friend or family member
Plus
out.
one.
Yes, to Lexington, Kentucky to spend the weekend with us.
Put you up in a hotel.
Yes.
We're gonna plan activities.
Yes.
Take you to some awesome restaurants.
Yes. It's just gonna be a blast, and we're just gonna get to go deeper with you all, and we love that. Our treat! We realized we can't do that for all 500 patrons, so we were like, what can we do to include everyone, not just patrons, but also just the YouTube fam?
And we thought of something.
Oh, we thought of something good.
So we decided we're gonna go live for 12 straight hours on YouTube, and we're gonna let our patrons plan our day for everyone to watch. So whatever you guys want us to do, we're gonna do it. Of course, within reason, but we're ready to go. We're ready to get crazy.
We are excited. We're really gonna try to not say no to basically everything. Obviously, if we have to pay like thousands of dollars to do something, we're not gonna be able to do that. But we're gonna do stuff. So whether you want to watch us do crazy things, have the chance of being flown out with you and a friend or family member, or you just really want to support our ministry and what we are doing here on this channel and our Instagram and Facebook and in our daily lives, go to patreon.com/paulandmorganshow or click the link below in the description or the pinned comment. It's super easy to sign up, you all. Do it!
We want you guys to be part of this. Let's do it. All right, guys, so we're gonna paint the picture for you.
Paint us a picture, Polly.
They've agreed to go out on a first date.
Yes.
You're excited. Yes. You got a good feeling about it, but then you're like, okay, I need some help here. Let's start with this. Before we get into the do's and don'ts, does the guy offer to go pick up the girl?
I think the guy, offering it, but making it very casual and leaving it up to the girl to decide, because the girl might be uncomfortable with riding with this dude that she's not really met or super comfortable with yet.
I would sometimes, just because I didn't know the girl beforehand or didn't know her well, I would encourage just meeting there to take the pressure off.
Oh.
But I do think that the guy offering to pick her up can also be a good gesture. So I think we can leave that to your discretion. How well do you already know the person?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have been friends for years, it's not gonna be that weird if he's like, I'll pick you up.
Also, I could see people being like, okay, where do we go? Expensive restaurant? Cheap restaurant? It's only a first date. Do we go to a restaurant at all? What do you think, Morgan?
I don't know. It just depends on the type of person that you are. If you're a fancier person and you're like, yeah, I want to take this girl out, or the girl's like, I want to go somewhere fancy and I want this man to take me there.
I think it's safe to go with something middle of the road. Probably stay away from the fast food.
Yeah.
And probably don't go to somewhere incredibly nice for a first date. I took several girls to Panera, and that seemed to me to be. Oh, do you not think that was?
That is like a chain fast food restaurant. Lame.
All right. Well, you can see. I felt okay about it. I think they enjoyed it. Took some of the pressure off. Yeah, I'll go with you to Panera and get a bite to eat or get coffee.
I mean, it's fine. I get it.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't overthink it.
All right, so let's get into the do's and don'ts. Let's talk about some of the do's.
I think we can start with ask questions and be a good listener.
Yeah.
You want to let the other person know you're interested in them. You see them.
Be aware of social cues. People tend to just totally not recognize, oh, this person that I'm talking to right now is seeming very uncomfortable. They are moving in their chair,
further away from me,
looking around, they do not want to be here. Hopefully that's not the case. But just like be aware of social cues. Be aware of like recognizing, oh, I'm talking way too much. I need to stop. Or, you know, oh, I just asked a really way too personal question on the first date.
And that can take some practice. So don't put too much pressure on yourself to be perfect. Just try to be aware.
Yeah.
Guys, we recommend paying for the meal, or at least offering to pay for the meal. The girl may be like, oh no, please, I'd like to pay for myself. And then let her pay.
I mean, maybe fight back on it a little bit, because some girls like are trying to like be polite-ish and are like, oh no, you don't have to pay for me. But just be like, no, seriously, I don't mind. Like, I would like to pay for you. And girls, it's not a pride thing to let a guy pay for you. Save your money. Let him spend his money.
Yeah, I know there's kind of a little bit of a feminist pushback on that by some who are like, no, girls could offer to pay. And we're just saying, I think that it's a...
On the first date, come on.
Yeah, I think I like the traditional route. Let the guy pay. Let him take the lead on this.
And let's see if he is financially stable enough to pay for your date.
That's a good point.
Because if he ain't,
you know, if he can't pay for a meal at Panera, then maybe he's not ready to be in a serious relationship. Another do is we encourage you to open up and be real with the person. Allow yourself to be a little bit vulnerable. You're getting to know him. That was one thing that I truly liked about Morgan on our first date, was she was just real with me. She wasn't fake. She wasn't putting up walls and trying to be something that she wasn't.
Be real, but don't overwhelm. So that's kind of a do and a don't.
You probably don't need to be telling the person your deepest secrets on the first date. Your heaviest burdens.
Which I did, so.
Morgan did, and it was a lot. But, you know, I was looking for a wife, and I wanted to know who this person was, so I was ready for it.
Last-ish do. If it goes well, feel free to ask for a second date. Ladies, maybe you could do something of like, oh man, I had so much fun with you. Thank you so much. Like, I'd love to hang out with you again.
Right.
So that leaves it in the guy's court to be like, oh yeah, let's go on a second date.
Yeah, and we would encourage the guy. I mean, feel it out, but we say go ahead and mention it to the girl right then. I did with Morgan. I was walking her to her car, and I said, would you be up for a second date? And she said yes. If you feel like you'd rather wait and call or text a day or two after, like, you can do that as well, but why not just go ahead and ask her then?
If you're really feeling it. On to the don'ts.
Do not quote SpongeBob all the time. You got 2 SpongeBob quotes per first date. Okay. I'm kidding. That was totally random.
But it's true.
It is true, though. Morgan's been playing this SpongeBob game on Nintendo. It's a little
PlayStation game.
Oh, forget the SpongeBob. Don't talk the whole time or talk about yourself too much. Like, if they ask you a question, yeah, talk about yourself, answer it, but then turn it back on them. Don't spend 10 minutes nonstop talking about yourself, because that really does happen. And when someone's unaware and doing that, it's a turnoff. Yeah,
and that comes back into knowing social cues and realizing, okay, I've talked for 40 minutes about myself. I'm probably not getting a second date.
Right. By the third yawn from the other person, or the third look at their watch or phone.
Or the check please. Yeah. Check please.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be on your phone. You guys, this is your first date. You're just getting to know someone. Like, get off your phone. Put it away.
It kind of shows some disinterest.
I'm having flashbacks. One time I was trying to get out of an awkward conversation with a guy, and so I pretended that I got a phone call. I held my phone up to my ear, like saying hello, and somehow music started playing on my phone.
Wow.
And it started playing, and I was like, ah! And then I just left. Okay.
Anyway. Don't be on your phone a lot. Guys, this one should be a no-brainer, but don't be late to your first date. If something crazy happens, which stuff does, like...
You were not late to our first date. He was actually very much on time before I even showed up.
Thank you. I do tend to run late.
Yeah, every time since our first date, he's been late.
But don't be late on the first date, okay? But yeah, if something crazy happens and you need to text your date and be like, I'm so sorry, crazy. Also on that note, and this one gets me, guys, like it happens and it stinks. You plan the date and then day of, they text and say, hey, so sorry, can't make it, this came up. Can we reschedule? You don't want to reschedule a first date
Yeah.
Unless it's a dire circumstance.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if something horrible happens, but if it's like, oh, I forgot that I'm supposed to go eat Chick-fil-A with
a
my
friend.
best friend, it's like, okay. All right, next don't is, even if the date goes well, don't get physical.
Yeah.
Side hug is one thing, but like full front hugs, like I know people are gonna think we're so crazy, like, but we're used to that, so it's fine.
Yeah, if you watch our other videos, like we're advocates for
just being very careful with that physical line and boundary, especially on the first date.
Yeah, because there are first dates that go great, and you're like, whoa, I could literally see myself marrying this person. But keep the physical out of it for now. Don't allow the emotions to get amped up so unnecessarily early.
Yeah, and also like the first date goes really well, y'all kiss, and then the next few dates aren't as great as you thought, but you've like already crossed a certain boundary and you're like, well, but we kissed and it was really nice, so might as well stick with them for a little longer, and then
So
it goes longer and longer
right,
and longer.
the kiss was great, but you're not connecting in other ways, but you have the physical, or you kissed them the first date, and then the second date, how do we end this? We can't just end it with another kiss, so we'll make out. Third date, we kind of got to keep one-upping the last one.
So just slow your roll.
That is a screeching halt. Chill out.
Did we kill it? Comment below and let us know. Did we kill this do's and don'ts? And let us know, do you have any more do's and don'ts?
Yeah, we'd love to hear them, because I bet you guys do. I bet those of you who have been on some dates can encourage the fam with more of your personal experiences.
Yeah, we want to hear your all's personal experiences of like, oh my goodness, I did this one time and it went horrible, or I did this one time and it was great. Give this video a thumbs up if you think that we can reach our 500 patron goal by Thanksgiving.
I'm giving this video a thumbs up.
I'm giving this video a thumbs up. Guys, if you liked this video, we literally wrote a book that goes even more in detail of just like the first dates and dating in general, intentional dating.
Several of the first chapters in the book have more to do with early in dating and
do's and don'ts.
Yeah,
and
the
what
first.
to know.
Right, exactly.
So go get yourself a copy, y'all. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, hop over to Amazon. You can get the ebook or the physical copy. The link is below.
Patron shout out of the week. We're gonna start this because we really stinking appreciate our patrons. So this week's patron, we want to shout out Samuel, also known as Zogly. You've probably seen him commenting on our videos. Thank you for being a patron and supporting what we're doing on this channel. We love you. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I mean, we had a lot of fun on this video. Fun.
You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll catch you again very soon. Have hope.
And be free.
Don't be rescheduling for no big reason.
Yeah.
Because it hurts. It hurt me when she did that.
Poor guy.
It took me a while.
Poor guy. He's still not fully recovered after a life of 3.5 years.
This one did not get away, and this is the one that I want to be with. This is the one I want to be with. Way more than you, Sarah Beth. I'm just kidding. Her name wasn't Sarah Beth.